Today we want to look at formatting cells in Microsoft Excel. So what do we mean by formatting cells? Formatting cells means changing the appearance of the cells without changing the content of that cell. Making the cells, the content of the cell look more attractive and interesting is what we meant by formatting cell. We are not changing the value, but we are changing the appearance of the cell. And to format a cell, there are so many things that are involved. Changing the font size, changing the font style, changing the background color of the cell, changing the color of the content of the cell, adding border to the content of the cells, setting alignment, both right alignment, center alignment, left alignment, middle, bottom, and top alignment are part of formatting cells. Then text wrapping and orientation of the cells. We are going to look at this one after the other. Adding tables to the content of our cells are all referred to as formatting cells. So starting from the first one, font. So on the home tab of our Excel, we have the font group. So the widget that we have on the home tab includes the clipboard, the font, the alignment, number, styles, cells, and editing. So most of these commands that we have on each of these widgets are used for formatting the cells. So we are going to start with font widget. So on the font widget, what do we have? We have the bold button, we have the italics, we have the underline, we have the border to add border, we have the background color, we have the font color, we have the increase font size, and we have the decrease font size. Then we can as well use this font size to increase or decrease. Then we can change the font style of the cell. Okay, talking about the alignment, I made mention of it the other time. This is the left alignment, this is the center alignment, this is the right alignment. Then we have the top, we have the middle, then we have the bottom alignment. Then we can also use the orientation to position the content of a cell. We can use the orientation that we have here. If you want to have it, so we can change the orientation. You want to set it to a little bit slant upward, that is angle counterclockwise. We want to set it to a little bit down slant, that is angle clockwise. Then you want to set it vertically, the text vertically, or rotate it, rotate the text up, rotate it down, format, then some other format cells alignment and some other things like that. So we have the orientation there. Then we can also, under alignment as well, we can text wrap our text. That means making a text break into two lines in a particular cell. So we can do that. Then you can also merge cells. Then we also have number formatting. So if you want to format your number, assigning dollar sign, that is currency, different currency according to the country that you actually want to use the currency. You can do that. You can make use of the percentage style. Then you can also increase the decimal part of a particular number. Then we're also going to look at how to make use of formula cells, format cells, increasing the height of a row or increasing the width of a column and some other things like that. Having said this, now the label that we have here in row 1, if I want to bold it, so I go to font tab and I click on bold. Okay, So you can see the effect. If I want to italicize it, then you make use of the italics button, so that you see that it is a little bit slant. Okay, then I can also underline the text, so you see it underlined. Now I can undo it by clicking on it again. Then at the same time I can apply border to it. So this depends on the border that I want to apply, so I can use all border to the selected items. So if I click out now, you see that there is a box around the text. So I'm going to remove the grid line so that we can see the effect of the border clearly. So I'll go to view, then uncheck the grid lines, then go back to home tab. Now you can see that presently we have the border applied to the selected row. Okay, we can also increase the font size. So using the font style that we have here, you can increase the font size. Let's say I'm increasing it from 11 to 20. Okay, now when it is being increased, you can see that the text are no longer completely display in each cells. So with this, then we can apply the use of our text wrap. So let me reduce it a bit to 14. Then we come back to make use of our text wrap. Then we can change the font style from here to another font, just like different handwriting. So just apply that. Okay, then we can also apply background color. So still on font, you can apply background color to it. Then you can also apply font color to the content. So we are not changing the content, but we are only beautifying the content of the cells. So it's being applied to the cells, and then it will take effect on the content of the cell. So then going to alignment. So the alignment now. So if I want to center a particular value, so let me make use of this here. I want to center this value. By default, a number in a cell is aligned to the right. So if I click on center alignment now, then it will move to the center. If I click, so by default, text is aligned to the left, unlike a number that is aligned to the right by default. So I can also change the text to the center as well by clicking on selecting the cell, then click on center. So you see the text aligning to the center. I can align it to the left, so it depends on where you want to have it. Okay, so by default, number is aligned to the right, so you can change it. But for text, by default it is aligned to the left. You can also change that. Then I also talk about orientation. So for example, I want to reorientate this the edge to assume a particular style of this orientation. So if I just click on angle clockwise, then you see it applying this way. Okay, so to the English as well, you can also make it apply take another orientation. Let's say vertical, then you see it applying that way. So these are some of the things that we can do to cell as part of formatting cells. Okay, then look at English. English is sorry, mathematics is more than the cells width, the column width. So if I want to wrap it, then I can just click on wrap text. Then you can see that it assumes two lines and we are able to see everything. So these are part of what we do in formatting cells. Then let's assume I have another column. I want to insert another column right here. Insert a new column. Okay, I want it to come before